되는 걸까? 왜 그런 거야? I'm okay just the way I am. I'm okay with what I do. 지금 이대로도 상관없는데 이 끝이 없는 조언들 너만한 necessity. 고맙지만 고맙지 않은데 You know I don't want to know. I don't want no more, no more. I don't want to know. Gotta get up now. Gotta get up now. I don't have to know. Gotta get up now. Get up, yeah. I'm okay. I'm okay. Just the way I am. You know. I'm okay. I'm okay. Just the way I am. You know. It's so easy for me to say what I'm thinking. It's so obvious for you, my heart keeps beating. I don't mind. Something about you that keeps me alive. How can I get to you this time? I won't chase you or give you my heart tonight. I won't blame you. It's easy when I lose the fight. Put me in your mind, I swear under the time. Promise me we'll be alright. I won't chase you or give you my heart tonight. You set me on fire, kept me burning inside. There's a feeling it's telling me to run, but I won't hide. I don't mind. Something about you that keeps me alive. How can I get to you this time?
Good morning, Vooka Nation. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Vooka Breakfast Show. My name is Banele. Happy to be in your presence this beautiful sunny Thursday morning, and hopefully wherever you are tuned in from, you are also doing good. So yeah, hi to everyone from Durban listening through underground radio. If you're watching on YouTube, good morning. Hopefully you're doing good this Thursday. Some people start celebrating their weekends on a Thursday. I'm not one of those. I wait for a Friday. But if you are that individual, you are also welcome. And just seeing if everything is okay on my end whilst I take you through the positive doses that we have for you this morning right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. So just a second, Vooka Nation, let me just fix something quickly and then I will come back to you in a jiffy.
It's easy when I lose the fight. set it off like a gunplay. Oh my, yeah. Talk of the city with the body. Always getting praised like it's Sunday. She said, baby, what you gonna do about it? Loving your vibe, girl. That energy got me going. Yeah, that thing's so vibrant. I wanna know if you can give me the keys to your heart, baby. All I need is you. All I need is you. Ewe muleji, you right next to me. Moji mule na vanemia yila, vanemia yila. Ewe muleji, mami venaki. Moji mule na vanemia yila, vanemia yila. She says she need me like heartbeat.
Hey man, one of the favorite songs right here. Welcome, Vooka Nation. Hopefully you're doing good. Sorry, I'm just adjusting the audio right here so that we can hear each other. And so far so good, right? If you can hear me, then welcome. Good morning to everyone tuning in from Underground Radio with the Vooka Breakfast Show. I'm still hearing a bit of distortion, so I take it could be this guy right here. So let's enjoy the music whilst I fix that quickly.
Ewe muleji, mami venaki. Moji mule na vanemia yila, vanemia yila. Loving your vibe, girl. That energy got me going. It's my baby. That thing's so vibrant. Keys to your heart, baby girl. Ewe muleji, you right next to me. Moji mule na vanemia yila, vanemia yila. Ewe muleji,
Yeah.
mami venaki. Moji mule na vanemia yila, vanemia yila.
Okay. There we are. Sounding good. Let me know in the comments below if you are hearing me perfectly fine, the way that we normally go live, and there isn't any distortion on your end. So sometimes we experience these technical issues on a daily basis where there's just challenges, so we constantly have to sort or solve problems as and when we go. But so far so good. Looking at the online stream on YouTube, so far so good in terms of the audio. And then on Underground Radio, it's also looking good as well. So yeah, good morning, Vooka Nation. Hopefully you are doing good. And welcome to the Vooka Breakfast Show, where on a weekly basis, Monday through Friday, we plan on giving you, in fact, we are giving you that energetic start to your day that's accompanied by that daily dose of energy and positivity. My name is Botanical, and for a portion of this morning, I'll be taking you through, what we normally give you on a daily basis. And then afterwards, when the team gets here, we will then add on that extra dose of positivity. But anyway, it is a Thursday, the 19th of February. Guys, it's insane. It's insane that not so long ago we were celebrating Happy New Year's. Some of us were setting New Year resolution goals. And it's just something that I've learned in life, that if you want to wait for something for you to have a restart, then you're probably not ready for that restart. Because some individuals will say, and I'm sure I was one of them, where you would want to wait up until the conditions are perfect in order for you to start that journey of yours. But I've seen, if you're looking for change, you don't have to wait for next week. You don't have to wait for next month, next year, next quarter, next term, or for that ideal condition. It's not going to happen. You just have to start wherever you are. That's what I've learned. And for some of the things that I've accomplished personally, when I look back, I'm like, hey, let me just start, right? Let me just start. And one thing they don't tell you is that whenever you do start, trust me, you won't have all of your ducks in a row. You won't. it's in the process of starting that when you pull all of your ducks in a row. But anyway, this Thursday morning, there's something interesting I want us to talk about where I've met individuals, and I think I'm also one of those people where it happens that when someone makes me tea, coffee, or eggs, right, I prefer them to be done a certain way. And if someone's going to do them for me, not that I'm pedantic or anything, but there's just a certain way I prefer my coffee or my tea or even eggs to be done. And I've seen that for most individuals, it is actually the same thing, right? It's actually the same thing. So I want us to unpack that a little bit later on, where we ask the question that, do you prefer making your own coffee because you prefer making it a certain way? Also, when it comes to eggs, right? Do you prefer making your own eggs, or you're just that person that's just nonchalant? In fact, you're grateful that, hey, if you woke me up with coffee, with tea, or eggs, or however they are done, you are just grateful for that. So we're going to unpack that a bit later on. But for now, I'm going to play you Ayo Yeah, Amaru. I love the song quite so much. And when we come back, we'll unpack the topic. When it comes to coffee, tea, and eggs, or maybe even other things like sandwiches, would you rather prefer making it yourself, or you're just okay if another individual does it for you? Stay tuned, don't move. The Vooka Breakfast Show is here, ready to give you that positive dose to your day on a daily basis, Monday through Friday, 7 to 10 a.m. Stay tuned.
All I need is you. All I need is you. Ewe muleji, you right next to me. Moji mule na vanemia yila, vanemia yila. Ewe muleji, mami venaki. Moji mule na vanemia yila, vanemia yila. She says she need me like heartbeat. Drive me the bed like a RV. Hugging the curves on that body. She bring the heat like wasabi. Promise not to test your heart. Never, we just can't be kept apart. Yeah, yeah. Baby, you the best by far. Always go the extra mile. Yeah. Yeah. Stepping in the spot like she own it. Looking like the world is your runway. She can set it off like a gunplay. Oh my, yeah. Talk of the city with that body. Always getting praised like it's Sunday. She said, baby, what you gonna do about it? Loving your vibe, girl. That energy got me going. Yeah. That thing's so vibrant. I wanna know if you can give me the keys to your heart, baby. All I need is you. All I need is you. Ewe muleji, you right next to me. Moji mule na vanemia yila, vanemia yila. Ewe muleji, mami venaki. Moji mule na vanemia yila, vanemia yila. She says she need me like heartbeat. Drive me the bed like a RV. Hugging the curves on that body. She bring the heat like wasabi. Promise not to test your heart. Never, we just can't be kept apart. Yeah, yeah. Baby, you the best by far. Always go the extra. Yeah, yeah. All I need is you. All I need is you. Ewe muleji, you right next to me. Moji mule na vanemia yila. Moji mule na vanemia yila, vanemia yila. Loving your vibe, girl. That energy got me going. so vibrant. Keys to your heart, baby girl. Ewe muleji, you right next to me. Moji mule na vanemia yila, vanemia yila. Ewe muleji, mami venaki. Moji mule na vanemia yila, vanemia yila.
Hey, Vooka Nation. We're experiencing a bit of a technical issue with music playback. So, for some reason, it's not feeding through the audio, but we are trying to troubleshoot it so that we can get back to the show. Okay, Vooka Nation, apologies about that. We should be back on track in a few seconds from now. And so the issue right now is audio, but we're looking at fixing it quite quickly. So we're testing as we go. So apologies for that. We take this thing quite serious. So now let us just resume the music just to see if whether or not it works as expected. If not, then it'll probably be a talk show all the way without any music. So you'll probably hear some noises in the background. We are trying to troubleshoot, but we're not scrambling though. That we're definitely not doing. Okay, there we are.
Yeah, stepping in the spot like she own it. Looking like the world is your runway. She can set it off like a gunplay. Oh my, yeah. Talk of the city with that body. Always getting praised like it's Sunday. She said, baby, what you gonna do about it? Loving your vibe, girl. That energy got me going. Yeah, that thing's so vibrant. I wanna know if you can give me the keys to your heart, baby. All I need is you. All I need is you. Ewe muleji, you right next to me. Moji mule na vanemia yila, vanemia yila. Ewe muleji, mami venaki. Moji mule na vanemia yila, vanemia yila. She says she need me like heartbeat. Drive me the bed like a RV. Hugging the curves on that body. She bring the heat like wasabi. Promise not to test your heart. Never, we just can't be kept apart. Yeah, yeah. Baby, you the best by far. Always go the extra mile. Yeah, yeah. All I need is you. All I need is you.
Bringing it to you unscripted, unrehearsed, and very authentic right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, where radio meets TV. Only and exclusively on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network. And you know that you're always spending some great quality time, amazing quality time with myself, the one and only MOOCee. Mist. My name is Moocee, Mist, and I'm excited. I'm happy to be both in your presence and in your company on this lovely Thursday morning. What is the 19th, almost the 18th, but it's the 19th of February 2026, coming to you live from the Vooka studios right here in Johannesburg, in the heart of Soweto. Top Santon, right next to Zondi Hills, just before you get to Provincial Kloof. And you know that we're always giving you your daily dose of positivity that is accompanied by an energetic start to the day. I'm looking forward to you and I having such a great morning together, right? And we're going to be unpacking quite a few things, man. Mr. B took care of us from the beginning of the show, and we were having a bit of troubles. I was behind the camera trying to help out as best as I can, sort out the sound and the panning and all of those kinds of things, but I think we've sorted it out now. I know there are quite a few of you who were hanging out with us, right? And apologies, sincerest of apologies, but we've taken care of all of those things, and we can move on and give you what is the daily dose of positivity that is accompanied by an energetic start to the day. The time right about now is 44 minutes after the hour 7 o'clock on a Thursday morning. What do they call it? They call it Ladies' Night, Puza Thursday. They call it cheese and wine, 5-2 weekend. I don't know. How do you refer to it, man? Are you excited? Are you looking forward to this coming weekend? I know for one, I'll tell you, because I think for the past almost a week now, the weather has not necessarily been on my side personally. I haven't really been loving and enjoying the weather that we've been experiencing for the past week or so. But I'm happy this morning that on this side of the country, specifically in Soweto, the weather's amazing. It's amazing. The sun is out. It's nice and warm outside. We can go out and wear our shirts, our t-shirts, our shorts, and our flip-flops, and I'm excited about it. But the one thing that I am is I'm quite sad when it comes to the weather that is about to change, right? We're moving, or rather in the last days of summer, and we're going to be saying goodbye summer in like a week or so. Well, technically, right, when March starts, it also comes with the beginning of fall, or autumn as we refer to it this side of the world. And yeah, man, we're only going to be experiencing warm days again all the way in October, November, and that's so far away. I don't know about you, that's so far away. But nonetheless, we don't complain. We make use, and we move and as best as we can, and we make use of what we have at our disposal. But that is what it is. I know Mr. B and Mr. Mo absolutely, completely love the slightly colder seasons, or the colder type of weather, overcast, and it's like, I don't know, but for me, man, it's like, like it brings about like a sense of it's like heavy, and it's I just don't enjoy it. But nonetheless, we continue having a great conversation. I don't know if Mr. B gave it to you a bit earlier, but part of the picture of the day that we were supposed to have covered a bit earlier on, before we were experiencing all those technical glitches, was the Dubai Aquarium and Underwater Zoo admission ticket. So the Dubai Aquarium and Underwater Zoo admission ticket gives you access to one of the world's largest suspended aquariums inside the Dubai Mall, featuring a 10 million litre tank with over 33,000 marine animals from nearly 150 species. Visitors can stroll through a 48-meter underwater tunnel with a 270-degree view, enjoy encounters with sharks, penguins, the massive king croc, and explore themed ecological zones like rainforest, rocky shore, and living ocean. Optional experiences include shark dives, cage snorkeling, and glass bottom boat rides, making it a versatile attraction for families, thrill seekers, and curious explorers alike. Very, very cool stuff, man. Proper stuff. It's just interesting to find out some of these things. I know quite a few of you have come through on our comment section, and we have Miss Q Rams. Hello, Miss Q. Hello, Miss Q Rams. How's it going? Hey, it's nice to see you. Miss Q Rams comes through on our YouTube comment section, and she says, "Good morning, Vooka Nation and Vooka Breakfast team. Happy Thursday and wishing you a great day." I wish you an amazing day as well, Miss Q. And I hope it's going to be filled with nothing but great moments. Laughter, smiles, and laugh, and just great company all throughout, man. Yeah, and I appreciate you. You know that. And we appreciate all of you who are hanging out with us, both on Facebook. And of course, a huge shout out and a good morning to all the Durbanites out there, or everyone who's hanging out with us on the Durban airwaves, on Radio Underground, on Underground Radio, Radio Underground, on Underground Radio DBN, man. We say hello. How is it looking like on that side of the country? And, we were talking to Narissa. On Tuesday afternoon, and Banal and I, Mr. B and I, were telling her that we so cannot wait to come and stream from, Underground Radio Studios in Durban, man. God willing, we're going to put that together very, very, very soon, and I can't wait to come out there and spend some time, go see the beach, go to the beach, and then just have a great time with the team out there, man. We're family now. Sister stations, Underground Radio, DBN, and of course the Vooka Breakfast Show. Mr. B, a bit earlier on, told you that we're going to be diving into the conversation of being a control freak versus being a very chilled individual. Which one are you? Are you someone who wants to control and make sure that things happen like this, and you're pedantic about it? Or are you just chilled and you appreciate the gesture, and the thought that goes into someone doing something for you? It could be anything. It could absolutely be anything, from making coffee or tea or making you breakfast, like, eggs and bacon and toasted bread or buttered bread. I don't know. It could be anything. It could be something like mopping around the house, or sweeping around the house, or doing your laundry, or ironing your clothes, or like just packing your clothes nice and neatly in your wardrobe, washing your shoes for. It could absolutely be anything. Packing your bag for work or for school, the night before, just making sure, you know what, let me put your things nicely for you, so that in the morning you don't have a hassle. Or even if you're traveling, it could be that as well, right? When someone just says, no, choose the clothes that you want to pack and everything else, and I'll put it in your traveling bag for you. And yeah, and you're quite finicky about it and you're pedantic. You're like, no, don't worry, I'll do it myself. I'll tell you, I'll take a stance right now. I'm not necessarily a control freak. I wouldn't classify myself or as a control freak, but I am one of those people who would rather prefer to do it by myself. I'm one of those people. I prefer to do it myself. I would rather, you know what, let me take care of it myself. It's upset with you. When I unpack my bag and there's something that you forgot, and then now you and I are starting to butt heads, and now I'm upset with you, and I'm like, now I'm regretting, why didn't I do it myself? So I would rather from the onset, don't worry about it, I'll handle it, I'll take care of myself. That's me. I'm not a control freak necessarily, but I much prefer to handle it myself. So we're going to be getting into that conversation a bit later on. How you and I can connect with each other is by you using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So that's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. But you know that it needs not end there. It doesn't end there whatsoever. It also continues on our WhatsApp line, where we can keep on interacting with each other. The number to dial is still 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. Comment, like, subscribe, and do the things that are necessary to be done, so that you and I and the rest of the Vooka Nation can continue sharing our thoughts, our opinions, and everything else in between. Already I'm seeing a voice note coming through, man, and I love it. So let's try to see if we can play that for you and hear what this person has to say.
Good morning again. I think control freak is a huge word, but I'm not used to people just coming through and doing things for me. But I think I have just gotten used to planning ahead. So, for example, if someone wants to throw me a surprise party, it's going to be difficult because simply ahead, I'm not used to letting someone do things for me. I'm just not used to it, but I'm not a control freak. But when it happens, without me knowing, funny enough, I do like surprises. But the problem is that I'm always planning ahead.
Oh, wow. I love it. Hello, Miss Q Rams. How are you doing? I love it. That's Miss Q Rams, guys, if you're wondering. And Miss Q Rams is just sharing her thoughts there. She says she's not a control freak, but she does prefer doing things by herself. Right, and I think you and I are in the same boat. I love that, guys. Like Miss Q Rams just sent a voice note, be the same way. Send through your thoughts, your opinions, and everything else in between. I want to find out from you. What you can also do is please send me a picture of where you are right now. Are you at home? What is the sun looking like on your end? What is the morning looking like on your end? Right? Are you at work? Please just send me a quick photo so that I can see what your office is looking like, or wherever you are working from. Even if you're working from home, let me see what it looks like just in front of you, where you are right now. The number to dial for WhatsApp, for voice notes, for pictures, and everything else in between is still 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226, man. And Miss Q Rams, I love that. So you are not a control freak, but you prefer doing things by yourself. But at the same time, you also love surprises. Wow, that's just crazy. That's crazy if you ask me. I don't know about you, but that's just crazy. That's such a very thin line to be walking on, right? Like, how do you navigate? How does one keep that straight line and not lose the ball, or drop the ball rather? Yeah, because you like surprises, but you prefer doing things by yourself. So let's say it's your birthday, and myself and your friends are planning a surprise party. What do we do? Because you like surprises, but you would much rather, because it sort of means that you are going to identify things that you would have maybe arguably done better if they were handled by you, right? Does it not mean that if maybe we bought like pink balloons and you prefer blue, or if we bought chocolate cake and you like vanilla cake, we prepared rice for the meal and you much prefer pap or rolls, we did pork and you prefer steak. I don't know, things of that nature. It's just there's a lot to go through, and I can't wait to jump into that. So what I want to do, because it's like 4 minutes, it's just hit 4 minutes shy of the top of the hour, 8 o'clock in the morning, 56 minutes after the hour, 7 o'clock. Right at 8 o'clock, I want to come back and give you your latest news headlines, right? Your national news headlines, give you your sports, weather, and of course, the market rates and commodities. And then after that, we're going to be jumping straight into the conversation on the other side of 8 o'clock. Are you a control freak? Or are you chilled about it? When it comes to your coffee, your tea, and even your eggs, how do you prefer it to be done? Do you prefer doing it yourself, or interesting? And then a bit later on, we're going to be hanging out with Phumzile and Regorapetse. Phumzile and Regorapetse. That's also going to be quite an engaging conversation. It's not going to be physical, because from what I am hearing, they are all the way in Limpopo, if knowledge serves me well. So that's going to be an online engagement, but it still promises to be a great one nonetheless. So you can also gear up for that. And then we're also going to be giving you your daily dose of positivity that's accompanied by an energetic start to your day, right? The Daily Bread is also coming up, where we share all things from national and international holidays to birthdays of celebrated individuals. Those are celebrities. And then also giving you your daily history lesson, more like saying maybe Mr. Sibanda robbed you of that great history lesson. Look, we're going to take care of you right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. So with that being said, let's continue listening to some great music, and then you and I and the rest of the Vooka team will see each other on the other side of 8 o'clock. Cool stuff.
요즘 내 일기가 재미없어진 이유를 찾았어. I've been wasting all this time finding words to let go. Cause I'm looking for Neverland, backtracking on memory lanes, hoping it's not just a wonder. I can't be watching, waiting for changes, wondering for the right time. Cause I noticed we came to a pavement that crumbles. It's just a merry-go-round. I don't think it's you, might be me. There's just so many things going on. But when I'm with you, it feels so new. Cause I'm on a secret, I'm all alone falling. I've been off and on with you. Tell me why it's so hard to choose. Going in circles, running round. Cause I'm looking for Neverland, backtracking on memory lanes, hoping it's not just a wonder. I can't be watching, waiting for changes, wondering for the right time. Cause I noticed we came to a pavement that crumbles. It's just a merry-go-round. I don't think it's you, might be me. There's just so many things going on. But when I'm with you, it feels so new. Cause I'm on a secret, I'm all alone. I don't think it's you.
Just 4 minutes after the hour 8 o'clock on a Tuesday morning. And what I want to do is I want to give you your latest national news headlines. The first one is that the SANDF deployment scheduled in 10 days. And this was confirmed by Kachalia. Acting Police Minister Feroz Kachalia confirmed that the SANDF will be deployed to crime-ridden provinces within 10 days. SAAPS Commissioner Fani Masemola and the SA Army Chief Lieutenant General Lawrence Mbata finalized the plan, which includes the Eastern Cape. Kachalia told Parliament the move that was directed by the President is welcomed by communities nationwide. Your next news headline: an infant and 2 women are killed. Police hunt the suspects. 3 suspects opened fire in Athlone, killing 2 women and a 9-month-old infant, and wounding 2 men in the process. Police have launched a manhunt with detectives from the Serious and Violent Crimes Unit working around the clock to identify and arrest the suspects. The motive remains unknown, and authorities urge anyone with information to contact Crime Stop or use the MySAAPS app. On your last news headline, Springs residents defy authorities and they continue illegal gold hunt. Residents of Kukuletu in Springs remain defiant, continuing the illegal gold mining despite municipal warnings. For over a week, locals have searched for traces of gold, with some claiming discoveries. The city insists the land is a municipal property and vows to halt the activity by week's end. But the community shows no signs of stopping. Moving on to your sports news headlines, kicking it off with your soccer news headlines, Leonardo de Souza is driven to revive Vasco da Gama's elite ambitions. Leandro de Souza is determined to restore Vasco da Gama's legacy, seeing the Nedbank Cup as a free hit to showcase talent. Aware of the club's history and the challenges of promotion in the Western Cape, he believes this season offers a real chance to return Vasco to the professional ranks. With only one Western Cape in the Premiership, De Souza frames the mission not as pressure, but ambition, a bid to revive elite football in the region. And in your rugby news, URC Scrum Battle. Sharks' powerhouse front row faces disciplined Lions challenge. The Sharks' front row, led by Ox Nche and Vincent Koch, has become a URC powerhouse with 32 scrum penalties won, compared to the Lions' 11. Koch acknowledges imperfections but insists their mindset is to dominate for 80 minutes, drawing energy from set-piece success. The Lions, disciplined and guided by Julian Rodeling Hayes' scrumming expertise, remain a formidable challenge. With Ellis Park hosting, the Derby promises a ferocious scrum battle that could shape momentum and decide the contest. And now lastly, in your cricket news, no trouble for Proteas as they close out first round with another win. South Africa wrapped up the T20 World Cup group stage with a 6-wicket win over UAE in Delhi. Chasing 123 after rain delays, Aidan Markram, Ryan Rickleton and Devald Brevis guided the Proteas to victory with more than 6 overs to spare. Earlier, Coben Bosch starred with 312 as UAE managed 122-6, led by Alishan Rashafu's 48. Captain Markram praised the team's execution and welcomed the chance to adapt to tricky conditions. The Proteas now face defending champions India in their Super 8 opener in Ahmedabad on Sunday. And those are your news and sports headlines right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. If there's anything else that you would like us to cover, please do share your thoughts, your opinions, and everything else in between by using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So that's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. The continuation also takes place on our WhatsApp line. Dial the number 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. What I want you to do is comment, like, subscribe, do the things that are necessary to be done so that you and I and the rest of the team can continue sharing our thoughts, our opinions, and everything else in between. In a second, I'm going to give you your latest weather update, and of course, it is going to be accompanied by the market rates and the commodities. This is all happening on the other side of the break.
정말 중요하다는 words. It's for you.
Still hang out with us right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show, brought to you by the Blinko Network, right? And you hang out with myself, the one and only Moocee Mist. My name is Moocee Mist, and I'm excited to be both in your presence and in your company. All right, now I see what's happening. Okay, I understand what's happening. The time right about now is 16 minutes after the hour, 8 o'clock on a Thursday morning, the 19th of February, 2026, right? And I want to give you your latest weather update. But before I get to that, let me do this very quickly. There we go. Okay, there we go. There we go. Way better now. Way better. Way better. I was wondering what was happening because something was not right in my headset. So I want to give you your current latest weather update, right? On a Thursday morning, it features a mix of sunny intervals and an afternoon of storm risks in the interior, while coastal regions experience varied conditions ranging from bright sunshine in Cape Town to severe thunderstorm warnings in parts of KZN. Currently, in Johannesburg, it is partly sunny with a risk of afternoon storms, sitting at a high of 28 degrees and a low of 17 degrees, with light winds, right? 15% rain chance. In Soweto, where we are right now, it is sunny with passing heavy clouds with a high of 28 and a low of 17. There's an extreme UV index that is given, and there is a slight shower risk a bit later on. Moving on to Cape Town, bright and sunny with a high of 21 degrees Celsius with a low of 17. Moderate to strong southerly winds. In Durban, it is mostly sunny but humid with a high of 29 and a low of 23. There's also a yellow level 2 warning for severe storms in the northern KZN. Moving on to Pretoria, it is hot and mostly sunny. A high of 32 with a low of 16 degrees. Very low chance of rain with light gusts. All right. Moving on to Bloemfontein, it is fine, becoming partly cloudy. High of 29 degrees with a low of 15 degrees. Isolated afternoon showers and thunder showers expected. And then lastly, in Khayelitsha, it is partly cloudy to fine and warm. A high of 27 degrees with a low of 17 degrees. A moderate southeasterly winds moving with morning fog possible. And then the national weather alerts say that there is a severe thunderstorm and a yellow level 2 warning has been issued for the northeastern areas of KwaZulu-Natal with risks of hail, excessive lightning and localized flooding. Extremely uncomfortable, hot and humid conditions are expected in several northern and eastern provinces. And then the coastal fog says that morning fog patches are likely along the Namakwa land coast and the northern parts of Western Cape or the western coast. So that is your latest weather update. And then this is how your market rates are standing and are current this morning. If you're trading to the US dollar, it is going to be 16 rands 2 cents. Moving on to the Great British Pound, it is 21 rands 75 cents. The euro is standing at 18 rands and 98 cents. The Japanese yen is standing at 10 cents, and then the Australian dollar is at 11 rands 33 cents. The Chinese yuan, I think, yes. Like I said, I confused the two. The Chinese yuan is standing at 2 rands 32 cents. And then moving on to gold, standing at 43,500 rands. Brand crude oil is also at 1,550 rands. And then Bitcoin is at 1,250,000 rands. Very, 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 very cool stuff. So I want to move on very quickly, right? Because I want us to jump into the conversation, and I'm seeing a few comments have come through on YouTube, and I'm going to get to those in just a jiffy. But I want us to get into the conversation of being a control freak versus being someone who is very, 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 very chilled. But before we continue, I see Miss Q Rams. Like I asked some of you to send through your voice notes, your pictures, and what your morning is currently looking like. KK, please help me that side. There we go on WhatsApp. Yeah, Miss Q Rams sent through her picture, right? Miss Q Rams says, I'm at work and you are making my morning beautiful just listening to you guys. I love it. Miss Q Rams, you deserve this one. You absolutely deserve this one. Hey. You deserve. Okay. I'll give it to you now. My pad is failing me. But you deserve a shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, Miss Q Rams. And be like Miss Q Rams, guys. Send through your voice notes, send through your pictures, and I want to find out what. There we go. That's Miss Q Rams on your screens right there if you're hanging out with us on YouTube. Miss Q Rams is rocking that yellow shirt with beautiful earrings, man. Look at her. Hello, Miss Q Rams. Very, very proper stuff. I love it. And I want to see what your morning is looking like. But getting into the conversation of coffee, eggs, and tea. Are you a control freak? Are you pedantic about it? Or are you chilled and you're like, because some people need to make their own coffee, their tea, or even their eggs because no one else ever gets it quite right. Others are just happy that something lands in front of them as long as it's hot and edible. When it comes to your morning coffee or tea or even your eggs, are you a DIY perfectionist or are you happy to let someone else handle it? Talk to me. I want to find out from you. The number to dial is still 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. All right? Are you pedantic? Are you a perfectionist? Are you very finicky about it? Or are you able to let things slide? I'd love to hear from you. Like I said a bit earlier on, I am slightly, I don't want to admit it, but I am like pedantic. I'd much rather do it myself. I do absolutely appreciate the gesture of someone making eggs for me, I don't necessarily have like a particular way, but there's quite a few things that I can think of that I would much rather do myself, like packing my bag, doing my own laundry, cleaning the house myself. I would much prefer, I'd much rather prefer doing that myself. But when it comes to food, because I'm one of those people who doesn't necessarily like being in the kitchen or standing in the kitchen or standing by the stove, I don't really mind if someone else prepares food, but at least have an edible hand, have a hand that can work for everyone and can work for everyone, because not everyone knows how to prepare food like that, right? There's people who know how to prepare food for themselves and not for everyone else, and I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people myself, and but I'm not pedantic about food preparation as long as it's proper, it's decent. As long as it's decent, then you and I will be cool, right? Let me see. But yeah, talk to me. Are you pedantic about those kinds of things, or you are one of those people who can let it go, because the tension here is that the catch is that being particular about how things are done is a sign of high standards, or are you just a little bit controlling about even the smallest of things? Are you pedantic? Are you controlling about even the smallest of things, guys? Like it's coffee, right? Or do you have high standards? Like, are your standards right there, or are you just chilled about it? Because there are a few perspectives, right? The DIY perfectionists, the people who would much rather prefer to do it themselves, like myself, is that it has a system for making coffee. Those people have a system for making their own coffee and their own tea and their own eggs, right? If you add milk before the hot water, they will absolutely judge you. You know those kinds of people where they want you to add sugar and milk first, and there's like a particular way. I myself am not a coffee drinker or a tea drinker. I don't drink tea or coffee in the morning, but I know those kinds of things. And even at home, they know, guys, like my aunts, my grandmother, family in jail, I prefer not to prepare coffee or tea for them, because no, like why didn't you warm the milk up? Why didn't you add the sugar first? I told you that I wanted 3 sugars. This tastes like 4 sugars. Like, guys, how about you do it yourself? How about you do it yourself, right? Because I don't know how you take it. And because I don't drink coffee or tea, I barely ever make coffee or tea. Let's get that sorted right there. There we go. There we go. Is the batteries in there? There we go. And then you can switch it on. Okay, there should be batteries somewhere around here. But yeah, those kinds of people, man. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Why are you making your eggs with oil and not with butter? Why are you putting the stove on 6 and not on 3? Why are you making your eggs an omelette and not scrambled? Like, how about you do it yourself? How about you do it yourself, right? Those are the perfectionists. Making it themselves is part of the ritual, not just the result. It's part of the ritual, so they would much rather prefer to do it themselves. You know what? I'm used to this. I'm used to handling it by my own or by myself, and that's how I would rather it. But some surveys have shown that people who stick to strict routines feel more in control and less stressed in the morning, and I absolutely agree with that. I agree with that completely. I completely agree with that. There's less stress in the morning. Like, I'm not running around trying to find out what's happening and things of that nature, right? I'm not going to be worried about what's happening. Moopile. There we go. Right, I'm not going to be worried. I'm not going to be worried about how the morning is going to look like. And I know that if I'm late because of my own things. If something is not prepared, it's not prepared because I didn't do it. So I don't want to be reliant on you. And then my day or my morning is ruined because I was worried about you, and I was stressing on this guy. No. So rather, I prepare it myself. KK behind the camera wants to share his thoughts. But there's also the chill receiver, right? This person says they are grateful for anything that appears in a mug or on a plate. This person also thinks that as long as it's warm and vaguely breakfast, I'm good. Chief, you know those kinds of people who are like, man, it's eggs. Come on, it's eggs, it's breakfast, it's food. I'll eat things all and you know, what can I do? I'll consume it. You know, and this person also enjoys the gesture more than the method. Because people just enjoy the gesture. Look, I get where these people are coming from. I really do get where these people are coming from. I would appreciate the gesture as well. You know, I would absolutely appreciate the gesture. But yeah, honestly, I would much rather do it myself, and I'm sorry. I would much rather do it myself. I think even in studio now, we've learned some of these things. Mr. B also wants to share his thoughts as well behind the camera there. Now we've gotten you're about to see him, guys. We're going to sort it out. The camera is here. We're about to mount it and put it on the stand. But KK and Mr. B want to share their thoughts. Talk to me. KK, let me start with you. What do you think, my brother?
With me, I remember my mother, whenever she's home from work.
Sure.
Like, there's a system that she goes about when making a tea.
Making tea and coffee, yes.
Yeah,
the thing of adding sugar first versus the coffee versus milk and things of that nature.
Well.
Sure.
But there was this one day that she surprised me when I made her tea, but I rinsed the cup with cold water. And I made the tea the way she likes it.
Sure.
Then after her having like one sip, she said, Kogeto, you didn't clean the cup. And I was like, how?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Sure.
I just did. And she's like, I know you didn't do it with hot water. And I was like, I know she knows how tea very,
Very well,
very
definitely.
well, so
She
there's
even
nothing I
knows
could do.
what the thing tastes like versus like when it's done with hot versus with cold
Cold
water.
water,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. I see you. So are you pedantic, Mr. B? Talk to me. Which side are you leaning on? Are you the perfectionist? The one who is very pedantic about things.
Yeah.
Or are you the chilled one? Who appreciates the gesture?
So leaning in
You know.
on the spirit of telling stories. ne?
Sure.
So with my grandmother, she prefers that I make her tea, because when it comes to preparing the tea,
Sure.
she likes my method.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Does she have a specific method that she prefers?
not necessarily or one that I would know of,
Okay.
because it's as though Gimi, she just saw what I like the way Wanele makes tea. Yeah, because you probably would have seen right here in the studio that for any cutlery you need to rinse it. I'm sorry, if it's not rinsed, then
Yeah. I'm the same way.
yeah. So
No, I'm the same
and
way.
also
yeah.
also when rinsing it, you don't have to apply a cloth to dry it.
Even after
Because
washing.
That's like, reintroducing germs and
Yes.
stuff, right? So
yes.
so with my grands, she just prefers that I make tea for her, because I first rinse a cup, teaspoon and everything else, and then after that I make sure it's boiling, the water, the BEC, yonkinto is done properly. So I make tea for her, and I've seen that she doesn't really ask my siblings quite a lot.
Sure. So Mr. D never does
I don't remember
him preparing
siblings,
coffee
yeah.
or tea for
on a regular. No,
even Uneli and
no.
Zinzi.
no.
Nothing. So you're the one.
I'm
so
the
if,
one.
of all your siblings, if you're not around, she would much rather do it herself.
Most likely.
I see.
Yeah, most likely.
But with you,
Now,
let's talk
speaking of
about
that,
you.
because there's a particular way of doing things. Even not the tea itself, but the preparation, the cutlery, and making sure Uchonkinto is proper and clean.
Is she one of those people who has her own cup?
No.
You know those kinds of people?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. So because I'm like that, I would rather prefer to do tea myself.
Okay.
Than someone doing it. For me.
Specifically, tea, or with everything else, eggs, coffee, packing your bag,
I think-
laundry, ironing, cleaning the house, setting up the studio there on the technical side, things of that nature.
No, because I've seen Uguti, there's other individuals that do certain things better than I can.
Okay.
I think it's best if I allow them to do that. For example, if someone cleans better than I do,
Sure.
then sure, let them go ahead and clean.
Sure.
Right? But I've seen that there are people that do it worse than I do.
Okay.
So I don't clean a lot, but when I do clean, I thoroughly clean.
Okay.
So if you're gonna do it subpar, then I'd rather do it myself.
Okay.
Right? But
But
coming
in
back
general,
to-
let's talk in
But
general.
coming back to tea, it doesn't mean that the tea is subpar. It's just the method,
Okay.
right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
something I don't really subscribe to. Where, if someone wants to make me tea, I'd be like, yeah, sure.
I see.
Yeah.
So you're not pedantic about it. Are you finicky? Like those
Look.
those like Moocee mist.
For example, if Mooketsi makes tea, I'll be like, thank you, bro.
You appreciate
But
the
then if
gesture.
it's Sasu from Gens, I'm like, you know what? Because I see that not your hands and jalo.
Yeah, let me do it myself.
Yeah, let me do it myself.
Is it
Thank
coming
you.
from a point of let's exchange the roles, right? Let me do it because you've been doing it for the past 2 days. On the third day, I'll do it. Or is it coming from a no, thank you, I appreciate, but let me do it myself because yeah,
the latter?
the latter.
Yeah.
Okay, I see you. I'm slightly on the pedantic side. I am because I'm quite a in denial perfectionist. I'm quite an in denial perfectionist. Yeah, man, there's just something about when things are done by these hands. And I think you might have noticed in the last year, right, that I am finicky, guys. I'm sorry, I can't help it. And it's something that I don't necessarily like about myself. I don't appreciate that attribute about myself, right? Because I know, even in school, guys, I remember back in high school, my friends knew. When sometimes we have to change periods. And so I might perhaps not be in the class. I might have been sent somewhere, or I might be somewhere and I'm not in class. And my friends knew they would do it, but they knew that Moocee prefers not we're good. Moocee prefers handling those kinds of things himself. Packing my bag specifically. So, because I had a specific way, even because I would consider the periods and the subjects that I have to attend on that day, right? I would have to consider those. So I pack the books according and the textbooks according. Even when changing classes, I don't just slot it in because the period has passed. No, so if I'm starting with English in the morning, right? And maths and whatever else and whatever else and whatever else and whatever else and whatever else, I still follow them like that throughout the entirety of the day until I get home and I prepare for the next day. With food, because I don't like being in the kitchen, like I just mentioned. I was telling the Vooka Nation, I'm not finicky, but with things that I can make myself. I mean, you know how I take a bit of time when preparing eggs for everyone here in studio. Like there's
a certain way.
There's steps of preparing, man. But with food, I appreciate the gesture. But yeah, if your food is bad, then no, thank you, thanks. I'll figure out.
But even hygiene.
Yes, it's a thing. It's a thing. So with washing dishes,
for someone that just takes a plate and
then starts dishing up,
like guys, no, man, no.
No,
sorry.
No.
Even if it's clean, but you never know.
Absolutely.
So just, do the bare minimum and rinse it.
So I think with washing dishes, there's going to be two camps here.
Okay.
And I'm going to be on the side of being pedantic and being finicky about it. Right? When I'm washing dishes, that one I cringe. Those kinds of people who will take the plate with food, like you've eaten, you're done, whatever. Like on Tuesday afternoon, we had rice and meat, right? And rice, you're not going to finish all the grains of rice, right? Those kinds of people who'll throw it in the zinc like that with bones, and I'm like, I really cringe. I'm sorry, I do. So I'd much rather do the dishes myself. Please don't help me unless I ask you, Mr. B, please help me with the dishes. And when you're helping me, you're not washing, you're wiping.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you, when it comes to glasses and cups, we rinse. We don't wipe inside. But when you take the cup,
sort of like straining,
absolutely. You turn it upside down and you let it air dry however long it takes. I'm like that, right? For instance, if I did the dishes last night and there were cups and glasses that we made use of, you are going to find them in the morning. You're going to find the glasses and the cups in the morning there on the zinc, and then I'll put them away in the morning just before I leave. Or if I'm chilling at home, I'm just tidying up.
The way.
You understand? Yeah. But you and I agree on that. There are people who wipe.
No, man.
There are people who take the cloth and wipe inside.
To wipe, it's not an issue.
Sure.
But it means that when reusing them, you have to
rinse
them.
It. Yeah, and thoroughly so.
Right? Because you probably would have seen this where I would ask one of my nieces and nephews to
go rinse
a cup, and then I would look at it.
Yeah.
I would hold it in the air.
Same. Even a glass.
Like,
yeah. Even washing your hands. This one is a huge one as well for me. Gents, and I'm directing this to you. Gents, specifically gents. Guys, if there's not a toilet in sight for me, I'm sorry, I'm not going to make use of the bathroom. There's a couple of comments that are coming through on our on our YouTube comment section. Quickly, very quickly, run to the loo very quickly. Wash your hands, because that's something I want to talk about, right? Run to the loo, wash your hands, grab a glass of water, rehydrate, and then you and I, Mr. B, KK, and the rest of the Vooka Nation will see each other right after this cool stuff.
much trouble now. Sometimes I just wanna tell you to stop, so you don't go and break my heart. I'm so confused, babe, I just don't know. So now I gotta make up my mind. Do I wanna leave it all behind? I can't let you go so easily. 'Cause baby, we got chemistry. We got something special. But you want the whole world. Cool down, my love, cool down, my love. Sometimes I wanna give all of me. Sometimes I wanna scream, oh my God, you got me in so much trouble now. Sometimes I just wanna tell you to stop, so you don't go and break my heart. I'm so confused, babe, I just don't know. So now I gotta make up my mind. Do I wanna leave it all behind? I can't let you go so easily. 'Cause baby, we got chemistry. So now I gotta make up my mind. Do I wanna leave it all behind? No, I can't let you go. No, I don't. No, I don't. Yeah. 'Cause baby, we got chemistry. It's so easy for me to say what I'm thinking. It's so obvious for you, my heart keeps beating.
We're still bringing it to you unrehearsed, unscripted, and authentic, coming to you live from the Vooka studios right here in the heart of Soweto, Johannesburg, Dobsanton, right next to Zondi Hills, just before you get to Brown Fisher Kloof. Spending some great quality time with myself, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is Moocee Mist, and I'm still excited and happy to be both in your presence and in your company. The time right about now is 46 minutes after the hour. 8 o'clock, I almost said 7 o'clock. I want to take it an hour ago, right? Because we're starting to have quite a bit of fun. And yeah, man, we're headed to the top of the hour at 9 o'clock. At 9:30, we're going to be spending some time with Regorapetse and Phumzile, which promises to be quite a great engagement. And I can't wait to get into that one. But for the time being, we're still talking all things being a control freak versus being someone who is chilled. What are your thoughts on that one? I see quite a few of you have come onto our YouTube comment section. How you can also join the conversation is by using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. So that's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. But it still also continues where the interaction takes place on our WhatsApp line. Dial the number 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. Comment, like, subscribe, do the necessary things, man, so that you and I and Mr. B and KK and the rest of the Vooka Nation can continue sharing our thoughts, our opinions, and everything else in between. I want to give you your daily bread at the top of the hour, but for now we're still in the conversation because Thursdays are where vision stretches forward. On Mondays, this is where momentum begins. On Tuesdays, it is where traction takes hold, and then on Wednesdays are where balance is found. On a Thursday morning, right here, the Vooka Breakfast Show is where vision stretches forward. This is where vision stretches forward. We try to have all-encompassing, compelling, and of course, thought-provoking conversations that are aimed at giving both you and I so much information and knowledge, man. And I can't wait to find out from you some of the things, man. Be like Miss Q Rams. Send through your pictures, your voice notes, and everything else in between. Right? Let me jump onto our YouTube comment section right there. Miss Q Rams came through a bit earlier on, and then Mam Tembi followed, and Mam Tembi was saying, a very good morning, I'm a Vooka, Amahle, and Underground Radio DBN, and our best energetic V team. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Hashtag Sivugile on a beautiful sunny Thursday morning. Absolutely. Sivugile, absolutely. And I love that the weather is on my side, at least. I don't know about you, but I know Mo and Mr. B are not fans of like warm and hot weather. They're okay with it, you know. They go with it, but they're not necessarily fans of this warm and hot and sunny weather. And I'm on the opposite side. I absolutely love it, man. And then Mom Timmy comes back and she says, hashtag have a blessed, happy Thursday. Stay safe and take care of yourselves. Hashtag rise and shine. Absolutely, Mam Tembi. We always try to take care of ourselves this side of the town. Mpanti, our very own brother. Hey, Mr. Katz, how's it going, my brother? Katz says, Koki in the building. Mr. B, my pad is not working here, and I want to find out why. The sound is coming out. Is showing that it's coming up, but it's not coming out. So I'll try to make use of that. I'll fix it. You know that I always try to take care of it, and I'll fix it, and I'll find out why. But yeah, shout out to you, Cats, my brother. And then Tsepo. Hey, Tsepo, how's it going? Tsepo comes through, and he says, Mina, I prefer my sister's and my mom's tea. I prefer my sister's and my mom's tea. So he would much rather have his sister's tea and his mother's tea. So that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Does your mom not like frown at you when you ask her to make tea for her? You know, because you know Batswadi, they would prefer and say that you know. So that's funny. I don't know about you, but I just find that funny. So talk to me. What do you think, man? The coffee tier, precision versus practicality. Precision versus practicality. There we go. Precision versus practicality. Right? It is a lot about your morning internal clock. How you take your coffee says a lot about your morning internal clock.
What if I don't take coffee at all?
What do you take? Tea? Water? Juice?
I mean, I used to love tea, I used to love Rooibos.
Or do you take morning shakes? I mean, on Tuesday we were hanging out with Addison, Alexis Denison,
Yeah.
And maybe you're one of those people who takes like a protein shake.
I think I still need to sort of get a new routine.
Okay.
Because I know with the KK, for example, he loves his tea.
Yes.
Mo and KK,
yeah.
Afroberry like it.
Yeah, in the morning.
I haven't seen you drink tea.
No, I don't drink tea or coffee.
So in terms of that morning routine, I still need to find something I like. But I do like tea though.
Okay.
As opposed to coffee.
Okay. So you're a tea person as opposed to a coffee person.
Yeah. And I once had the privilege of working with this customer.
Mm-hmm.
So she does tattoo removals.
All right. So that laser thing.
That laser thing.
Sure. Yeah.
Some people that are looking at getting jobs, school government, the police force.
Oh yes, and
they feel like they were
tattoo
dumb
removals
back then for
in their younger
days.
A
tattoo.
Sure.
So anyway, I'm there to consult with her for a website. No, not to remove a tattoo. I don't have a tattoo. All right.
That's funny.
So just to create her website.
Sure.
And then she asked me like, what kind of tea would you like? Like any tea is fine. It's like, I've got lots of teas.
Yeah.
So she showed me her collection.
Oh wow. Is she one of those people?
Yeah. So she's got like a rack. Different teas,
green tea, Chinese
different flavors, vanilla tea, chai tea.
Yeah,
I was shocked, right? So she also gave me a couple of tea bags to try out. But one thing I was shocked about is in our supermarkets, we normally get your Rooibos and your standard tea.
Sure.
But I was shocked to learn that 5 Roses has like a variety,
A variety
of tea.
tiers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different flavors,
Yeah.
aromas,
Yeah.
and all of that.
Yeah.
5 roses. But if you go to a Pick and Pay right here in the township,
You get the normal
Standard.
one that we grew up with. Yeah.
rooibos, and that's it.
Not even 5 roses.
At most, you'll probably get green tea. But for the most part, sugar.
Yeah.
There's nothing there. But anyway, she gave me vanilla tea. There's ginger tea.
Yeah.
I've got ginger tea, right?
Okay, I have green tea at home. I don't drink it, but I have green tea.
Was it a gift or you bought
No,
it?
it was my brother is the one who bought it. So my brother and I don't drink tea or coffee at all.
But you guys have tea.
He well, mostly when I do grocery shopping, because I rarely ever have visitors, but I will buy like a coffee, I'll buy 5 roses tea bags.
A small one.
I'll buy like rooibos like you just mentioned, just so that when a cat is over, or rather a KK is over, a Mo, a Mr. B. I know people love tea. I have a friend, Khozo. Khozo loves his tea and coffee. Like, especially when we have like early, what do you call these
Rehearsals.
things? Yeah, call times. When we have early call times, he'll come to my house, drive to my house in the morning, either driving or using Uber or just an e-hailing service. And then as he gets there, as I'm preparing, doing my own thing in the morning, he like, Moocee, why you eating tonate? And now he knows where everything sits in the house. He knows everything. And I have to make sure that I have milk. I have all those kinds of things, But my brother and I don't drink tea or coffee at all. Rarely so he'll have green tea, like once in a blue moon. And the reason for that is that my grandmother tells me that I didn't drink tea or coffee at all as a child. Like at all, guys, at all. But my substitution is that I love cool drink. Or I love sugary
Cold
drinks. Because it's called a cold drink. Yeah. It's a cold drink, right?
Yeah.
But juice, cold drink, things of that nature, right? Water, I've started getting, a couple of years ago, I started getting into the thing of drinking water now, bottled water. So that's me. So I don't drink tea or coffee at all. I don't care how cold it gets. Once in a while, I'll buy a hot chocolate. And I'll make that. But like that's on extreme cold days. Those days where it's like, chief, I need to warm my internals. And then he'll also have green tea once in a while. But for the most part, him and I wake up in the morning, juice, cold drink, water. And that's the thing. Letting if we have time. If we don't, we get ready, we leave the house. Chief.
Yeah, no, I'm afraid, but I'm part of that camp as well.
Yeah. But
it's
you
not
take
good.
tea. You take tea from time to time.
I do.
From time. I don't drink at all. I didn't drink from childhood at all. He drank too much as a child. Because we were raised by mostly, like our mother and our grandmother. We come from a very matriarch type of family setting, right? So there's a lot of women who raised us. Our aunts, my mom, our grandmothers, so we were surrounded by women.
Yeah.
So my grandmother was already in her late 50s, 60s when my brother was born. And then she was in her late 60s to her 70s when I was born.
Yeah.
Right. So Abokoko, they will drink coffee when it's scorching hot, Chief. All right. And I remember they would sit there, they would ask me, please boil water, and then we'll do it ourselves. I did learn how to make coffee and tea, but I know they're very pedantic. My grandmother is one of those people. She's pedantic about it. So my brother spent a lot of time with them. So that's why he drank way too much as a child. He drank too much. And then as he got older, he shied away from it. So we don't at all.
Also there's a trauma element to tea.
Okay.
Because when growing up, especially if you're hungry and
Oh,
you're
yes.
waiting for supper,
Yes.
right? There's probably no
pussy.
bread. There's no bread in the afternoon, but they're preparing for supper.
Yeah. Pussy.
You would drink tea.
Yes, I
And
know
then
that.
you would add a lot of sugar so that it gets you through
Yeah.
those few hours.
The rush, yeah.
Right.
The sugar rush.
So I remember I did that at some point.
Okay.
Where like every 2 hours I'd make a cup of tea. And
really? Were you one of those people?
Yeah. And also we had these names for it. Kankele.
Yes.
Yeah. Angshali
Charlie Kankele, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's tea. But also if you take a look at the different generations, when a visitor comes through at home, tea would be the de
Standard.
facto standard.
Yeah.
But now when you visit me, it's like, okay, can I get you cool drink? And then if I know Gutumhlama, you take alcohol, I could possibly offer you that
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well. So
yeah.
it's no longer that culture of itiya.
Yes. It's a drink now.
It's a drink,
Yeah.
whatever form of drink you want.
Yes.
So most people are leaning towards non-hot beverages.
Sure.
So it could be water, cool drink, and so on. So I think, we'll be seeing that generational shift
Absolutely.
where I won't be 60, 50 years from now. I don't know. There probably won't be tea people. But tea is nice, man.
No, guys, I wouldn't know. I've never drank tea or coffee.
Look, I've got this ginger tea. We should. I'll
No,
make
thank
you a
you.
cup.
I'm okay. Thanks, guys. I appreciate the gesture, but thanks. All right. But it says the control freak uses a scale to weigh the beans, a gooseneck cattle for the perfect bloom, and drinks it exactly 65 degrees Celsius. If the grind is a micron off, the day is ruined.
Yeah. Same here, but
Okay.
something different though. If it's got lumps and bumps in there, for me it's just a no-no. Like I would throw the entire pot out.
Really?
Yeah.
You wouldn't
Mine
cook it
has to
further?
be smooth. No, it has to be smooth. So I understand for especially coffee drinkers where I've seen with above in fresco.
Yes.
Like it's very fine
Yeah.
compared to your re-coffees and your other ones. So because I can tell and there's just something that's off. For me, I'd rather throw the whole pot out and
So
try and make another one.
Are we saying we're pedantic about specific things, or are we pedantic and finicky across the board, generally as a standard?
I think specific things.
Specific things.
Yeah.
Or are we chilled about everything, or chilled about specific things?
Maybe a combination of both.
Of both.
I know someone who would rather iron their own clothes because there's a certain way that a crease has to cut through,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
But for me, it's like, look, is it ironed? Yes, it is. Properly, cool. Sure. Then there's a standard. There's a standard, and then there's like people that just take it above.
I see.
Right? So for them, they are pedantic about just that item.
Okay.
But Tologuti in other certain things, they okay. I know someone that says, do not eat in my car.
Yeah. Or those taxi drivers. You remember those taxi drivers growing up?
For them, I can understand because there would be passengers that would leave behind
Plastics
dirty,
and
right?
yeah.
But we're talking, let's say, a private car where you do not eat in this private car, right? But for me, if I buy a car, it's like, why did I buy this car? Like, I need to enjoy and do whatever.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
But I understand. For some individuals, it could be a case of, look, I am very pedantic about this particular thing.
Sure.
And then, another one I'll tell you, I know someone, whenever she receives paper money, it all has to face the same direction.
Okay, I remember that.
Right?
I
It's
remember.
like,
I'm like that as well.
really?
Yeah.
But why, guys? Explain to
No,
me.
same. So like if I have
Explain to
notes,
me why.
if I have notes, so I'll make an example. Not that I have money, guys. I don't have money. But if I have all the bank notes,
Sure.
right, from a 200 to a 100 to a 50 to a 20 rands to a 10 rands,
Yeah.
they have to follow that order. All of them.
You see, you're taking it a step further. Where,
Or she doesn't,
No, she does.
but she
but I-
doesn't care what order
don't
they
know
come
actually.
in, but
Nah,
they
I
have
don't
to
know.
face the
I don't
same.
know.
But I think she's like me, I think.
So
When I saw her packing,
it has to
and putting
cascade.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then it has to
face the same direction. But even in the crispiness of it, for me, even the crispiness of the note, I promise you, I am like that. I'm sorry. There we go. Sorry about that. Even in the crispiness of the note, I have to. The most crispy note falls at the back, and of course, dependent on what the value of the note is.
I think I know what could be the reason for that.
Why?
So
Talk to me.
because, I don't keep or carry a wallet.
Okay.
So give me a fun.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
if I leave the house with 100 rand, I know I'm spending that 100 rand
Ah,
most likely.
okay.
So because you've got a wallet, it's like, which notes should I spend first?
First, yes.
So you would rather pack them in that order.
That
where-
order, yes, absolutely. So even with coins, okay, obviously in a wallet you're not gonna keep track, but if I have them in hand, 5 rands goes at the back, followed by 2 rands, followed by 1 rand, but because 50 cents is lower than a 1 rand, right? A 1 rand coin, but it's bigger. So it'll be 50 cents will be follow
Behind.
at 2 rand.
Yeah.
Then 1 rand.
Okay.
And then 10
Makes
cents
sense.
and 2 cents. So I have OCD. I think I have undiagnosed OCD.
So it's not being a control
No,
freak.
no.
Okay.
I always try
I
to.
mean, if it applies to you, because you wouldn't say no, but it'll do it this
no,
way.
no,
All right, makes sense.
No,
makes
I
sense.
don't project it onto other people, and I barely ever know how to explain it to people. Guys, I don't want to. Control for me is not a thing. I would much rather be a follower, guys. It's fine. I don't mind. Or I'll lead from the back. Young, go in the front. I'll lead. I'll tell you, no, let's turn right. Let's turn right. You are losing it. To go this way, but I don't have to have control. But I am finicky and pedantic. I think for most part of who I am as an individual, about most things. As growing up, because I've learned people do things very differently. There's people who are very nonchalant about things, people who are very chilled and relaxed and laid back, and it's just a glass. No, it's really not just a glass. I'm sorry, I'll rewash the glass myself. It's not just a plate. It's not just cutlery that you're using. I'm sorry, it doesn't work like that. So I'm one of those people, like removing a plate, I have to rinse it. Removing a
have to,
glass,
absolutely, you
have
have
to
to.
rinse it. Removing a fork or a knife or a spoon, you have to rinse it. I'm sorry. I'm like, guys, I wanted to talk about the bathroom one. Gents, guys, no. This applies to me, but I think this is something that I can recommend for gents out there. I've seen it. As gents, we like Fede, right? Shaking our hands. Chief, you didn't wash your hands coming from the bathroom. Like, no.
Like when it gets to me, where you're out and about, you meet a machita, and then there's that one guy, yes, you do the whole handshake, and then his palms are sweaty,
Palms are sweaty. Arms are ready. Yeah.
right? And then you recognize it with nah.
Akekho mnandi.
Nandi, or even other guys. So typically, I keep this in the back of my mind. As soon as I get home, I have to wash my hands.
Home is far. As soon as I come across a tap, I'm washing my hands.
Eish.
Like I'm.
But also with washing, especially after using the bathroom, I've always made the distinction that there's a difference between rinsing your hands and washing your hands.
Okay, sure. A lot of people. Okay,
A lot of people
rinse.
Umuntu phuma toilet to do number 2. And then they go back to bombing. That's rinsing your hands. And that's not even washing it. You're probably just spreading it, right? So I feel like there's a difference. Use soap, guys.
There is a difference. Not that you feel it. There is definitely, me, sanitizer.
Exactly.
Me.
I was
Hey,
about to
Chief,
say.
me. Hey. Because you know what? I've seen people, they might not voice it, but people take offense when you do this. Gents take offense. Girls don't care. Maybe let me not say they don't care, but it's not a thing for them because girls barely ever do, right? Unless there's one female or lady in our presence, and then with a lot of guys, and then and she's like, why don't you do it? To give. Also, I want to be part of the men circle and stuff, right? But for the most part, it applies to guys. It applies to guys. So I've seen.
So if you fist bump, it's like
I've seen,
exactly.
bruh, in their face, like I see, Mr. B.
Yes,
like,
yes.
just take offense.
Yes.
It's a very serious thing. Like, it's like I'm fit. Like, it's a normal thing. So just to avoid those kinds of things, I will greet you, shake your hand, give you the thing. But as soon as you turn around, or I turn around, and I'm gonna use sanitizer. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go to the tap, wash my hands, and use sanitizer.
Another one is if you are driving and you've just made your way to a parking lot, and then kuna machita, and you want to give them that 2 rand or 5 rand.
Sure.
Now I've seen people that hold it in the air,
like
and then
this.
just drop it. Right?
Yeah, I understand.
Because there are times where there is contact.
For the most part.
Yeah, right?
There is.
So I've also seen, because I'm also, I've done this before where I this one, man, let me just try and drop it in the air and hopefully they catch it.
When it's not the second,
So, yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So, guys, we're still in the conversation about being pedantic, being finicky, about certain things. And not just your coffee. You see the one for the guys, gents specifically, Machita. I know quite a few of you are watching. I can see right here. If there's, please, because Look, I have done it. I have gone number one in the streets, but per circumstance. It is always per circumstance when it happens. It doesn't happen randomly. Me, I'll wait to find a bathroom because I want to make use of the tap afterwards, right? But there's guys, I know a lot of guys don't care. Like a lot of guys don't care, chief.
They spray
Umuntu
everywhere.
estrateni, ja, brrr, chief, like, bese umuntu azofuna ukukhayisa. It's like, no. And then, you know the excuse that they use, most guys, the excuse, I used one hand. What are you saying?
Yeah, true,
you know those guys?
Yeah.
And then you know what they do? They open the tap and then they rinse the hand like this and then they close. I'm like, no, my dude, I'm sorry, no. And I've always washed my hands when I get home. When I get home, the first thing I do, even way before COVID, because I'm cognizant, like I'm wary about germs. Like I'm not a germaphobe, but
look, it's fine. I can deal with my own germs. Ne?
yeah, not
Or if you are closer to me,
Yes.
ne? Where someone you're dating and all of that,
Sure.
it's fine. Let's share
Sure.
fluids. Let's be friendly.
sure.
But mind you, come on, guys. We can't be. You're a stranger. Got to show number one. Young
Aye,
come on, bro.
aye.
Come on.
And then you know what they do? Umuntu akhona akayazi nokuthi i-sanitizer malini. They don't know how much sanitizer costs. Even the smallest one, the one that I use in my pockets, right? Because it's much easier to just have in your pocket on a day-to-day basis. They see you using sanitizer. Please give me sanitizer. Chief, like, no, you don't use sanitizer. I mean, dude, this is a me thing.
Yeah.
I'm finicky about it. It's just funny, you know. Or people who will ask you for gum when they see you taking out a piece of gum, and it's like, Chief, you barely ever. I've known you for the longest of times. You don't eat gum. Like, why are you asking me for a piece of gum? Like, it's like, you know.
No,
but
I eat it.
when we make sure, even in our grocery shopping, I'll have, you know, Mr. P, you know, like there's a few things that I have that apply to me, but it's just funny to find out some of those kinds of things. So, but there's also the hybrid type.
Yes.
Right? These people say, when it comes to coffee, don't touch it. I'll make it myself.
Yep.
When it comes to eggs, do your thing, chef. It's fine. Right? I think I'm part
sunny
of the
side up,
hybrid.
poached, scrambled, doesn't matter.
Omelette. It's fine.
Running, no, but not running.
Yeah, I don't mind. Honestly, I don't mind. Eggs, I don't mind. Honestly, I'm not finicky. I have my own way that I prefer, but I don't mind. But these people also say they have no negotiables, like coffee strength or how runny the yolk is.
Exactly.
But is easy going about the rest. I think I'm this person. I'm the hybrid.
Hybrid, yeah.
Yeah. But the hybrid who slightly falls on the pedantic and finicky side. So I'm not exactly like 50-50. I'm 55-45, 60-40. I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm there. Very dependent on what the thing is.
But now, let me ask you this question. So let's say you enter into a new relationship.
Sure.
And you've got your non-negotiables. So are you willing to train your partner? Because, you know, that day they're willing to make coffee or they're making breakfast.
Yes, but
Would you like
if she's
day one?
if she's
day
willing
one-
to, no, not day,
day
one.
one, would you be like, I prefer it like this, or like uzomiega, and then eventually train them?
That's
And
interesting.
if they don't get it, it's like, look, I love you, but I'll do my own coffee.
So I think from when we start talking and engaging and spending time with each other, I would, because I think these are some of the things that we find out a bit later into the relationship, and we end up arguing and going back and forth about the smallest of things that we should have taken care of in the beginning.
Okay.
So what I do, you know, in the last couple of years in some of the relationships that I've been in, is I air those things out at the beginning. All right. So from the first time you come and hang out with me at my house, I'll tell you, Khore, when you're here, you are at a vacation spot. So you're not here to clean, sweep, mop, do the dishes. You're not here to do that.
Awesome,
You're
okay,
here
okay.
to spend time with Moocee.
Sure, absolutely.
You're here to hang out with Moocee. So after we eat and we drink cold drink or whatever and make use of cutlery and whatever,
You'll take care of it.
leave it in the sink, I'll do it.
Sure.
All right? If the person asks why, I'm going to be straightforward about it. Not harsh or blunt, but I'll tell them, "Khore, you know what, I prefer doing these kinds of things myself. Honestly speaking, I do. I do. So I don't want you to have, because you know, banyana ba inyarisa man. now you're doing laundry at a boyfriend's house and you're like 2 weeks into the relationship. Guys, no, what are we doing? Like, yeah, when it comes to things, that's why I'm saying I'm slightly finicky and pedantic about certain things.
Yeah.
But if we're like 6 months into the relationship, a year into the relationship, and it's a gesture that you want to do for me, I would absolutely appreciate. But I know by then, Moocee prefers, his glasses and cups after washing them to be turned on their heads and be air dried as opposed to wiping them.
Sure.
Right? If we're in a year and you don't know that about me, like, then that's on me. I have only myself to blame in terms of how I wipe the table, how I sweep, how I mop. I'm seeing Umam Tembi is saying she prefers to do laundry herself. I also prefer that.
Because you don't want to mix your whites with your.
I have a specific way.
Colors.
Yeah, no. The only other person who knows how to do my laundry is my grandmother.
Sure.
She's the only person who knows how to do my laundry.
Yeah.
Because I've also trained her. Like growing up, there's in terms of how I iron my collared shirts, how I dry my things of that nature. But when it comes to my relationships, if you're willing to be trained as my girlfriend or my partner, I'm going to train you. And I'll teach you, and I'm also willing to learn in turn as well. How do you like your things to be done? But if you're not willing,
but even on a friendship level,
absolutely.
Because when you come and you visit me,
my house,
it's like, okay,
yes.
Cool. I know you prefer this, and this. So
yes.
we can also train our friends as
absolutely,
well.
completely. It goes both ways. So I'm willing to be trained.
For example, with a can of Coke or whatever canned beverage, I don't like a straw, but I do like cleaning the tip of the can.
Oh yes, wiping the rim.
Yeah, exactly. So I prefer drinking from the can itself. I don't prefer straw.
Are you bottle can cool drink versus machine at a restaurant? See, those types of things. I prefer can.
Yeah.
I prefer can and bottle as opposed to the machine. At places like what's that other burger joint? Not McDonald's, the other one. Burger King.
Oh yeah, the bottomless drinks. Yes.
Yeah. Burger King, I drink it because it's bottomless.
Nice.
It is.
That one's nice.
But for the most part, at restaurants in general, I prefer can and bottle
100%.
as opposed to the machine.
Yeah.
Those kinds of things, So when you're ordering food for me, I don't like tomato. So when a burger comes with tomato, I remove the tomato. I can eat it. It doesn't do anything to me, but it's just a preference thing. So when you're my friend, you're my partner, I'm going to have 2 burgers. The one should not have tomato. Kota, for instance, when we buy Kota Live Studio, Tenga 4 or 5, the one should not have iacha.
Gotcha.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? So
and
it's those kinds of
even
things.
with chips, it's like, okay, one shouldn't have sauces because I don't like sauces.
Absolutely. We've learned.
Yeah.
Mr. D prefers his hot sauce.
Hot sauce.
But because not everyone takes hot sauce, we do it to the side, right? Now you guys know I don't take a full cup of cool drink
No, you
or
don't.
full
You
glass,
don't.
right? I prefer, and then I'll have some a bit later on, but I'm not like, it can finish and I'm okay. So it's those kinds of things we learn, and you
and
have
if you
to
pay attention,
Absolutely, I
sometimes
was
we don't
about to
have
say.
to
aerate
sit you down.
and say it out loud. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
pick up on these kinds of things. So talk to me on a scale of 1 to 10. How upset do you get if someone makes your coffee wrong? If someone washes your laundry wrong? If someone irons your clothes wrong? If someone washes the dishes wrong? If someone packs your bag wrong? On a scale of 1 to 10, how upset do you get? Are you a naysayer or a yaysayer?
Sorry, you answer that first.
Me?
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Hey, man,
Especially, let's start with the bag.
I'm an 8.5.
If the
close
bag is
to it.
packed.
Don't. Leave it. I'd rather be late.
No, but they've done it.
I'll
You
be-
get
I
upset.
mean-
No. So we understand.
I get
okay,
irritated,
For the
not
future,
upset.
don't do it.
I get
But
irritated.
they've done it.
I get irritated.
Okay, you get irritated.
So I don't get upset in general. In general. So I believe for me, this applies to me personally as Moocee. When you get upset over someone else's actions or words or whatever they did, I feel that it's you relinquishing your power to them and they have control over your feelings. And something I learned a couple of years ago, and I don't want someone to have that much power. over me.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
So I actively choose not to get upset. I get irritated.
But what happens when you have told someone, which this is how you should
I
do
get
it?
irritated because I
still get irritated.
I recognize that thing about me. I recognize hore I'm about to get upset. Ke tlo kwata gona yanong. Ke tlo porega. But yeah, so rather I recognize. So I see that and I see the upset coming, and I stop it in its trail. No. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna let Tubanele make me feel that way. Because it just, there's a heavy cloud that covers you and it encompasses you, and your day is ruined. Your day is ruined, and the rest of the engagements you're going to be a part of for the rest of the day are going to be covered. And
It's just that some things are difficult to ignore
absolutely,
because you tell everyone, look,
I don't like this.
you're on vacation.
Yes.
And once you're done eating, please make sure that you put the plates in the sink.
Yo, and then they
And then
throw
they
it in with
continue,
the.
they continue.
No, throwing it in the sink, it's fine. Balahlela ngamathambo. Yo,
You see exactly what I mean. So, for example, I know with my mom, and this applies to the little ones.
sure.
Because it's something I've also started experiencing, man.
Okay.
I tell the little ones, don't touch my face. And they continue. So, growing up,
Wait, is it the little ones all across the board, Impilo included?
yeah, as in my nieces and nephews, and
Impilo included.
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so she shouldn't touch your face.
No, I mean,
Like when
There's-
you're playing with the
there's
kids.
There's limits. Like, for example, go together and we're in bed.
Sure.
Right? So, ganjalo, it's fine. You can do that.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is they were out playing. Apparently.
bese umuntu
And then they
azobamba
come
ubuso
back,
bakho.
they touch.
Sticky
so
hands,
my mom
dirty
would
hands.
say, "Ungangithinti ubuso."
Okay.
And now I understand.
Okay.
Only now I understand.
Washing dishes. Washing dishes, water in the sink. Do you leave it or do you drain it out?
You have to drain it.
You know, that's another one for me.
No,
People
you have
who
to drain
leave it in there. And you know why? When it comes to dishes and those people who leave bones and grease and things on that plate, someone will add water into the sink, put dishwasher, and then throw in the plate like that. And then the water has that grease.
Nah,
Yo,
guys, I'm
that
sorry.
no, there's people who do that. That's the thing. And then when you're draining the water, it leaves that ring around the sink, which you have to wash, right? And then as the water is draining out and the soap is draining out, there's bones and pieces of food. And I'm sorry, guys, no.
Look, let me confess also with one thing I do. Ne?
Okay,
Maybe you can also come up with one.
sure.
So, whenever I want to do dishes, or let's say I've got dishes, sorry, I'll take that dish and I'll put it in the fridge and I'll do it tomorrow. Like, let's say I don't want to do it now.
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, because give me, I've got this, thing where rather than me leaving it out and exposed,
Okay,
I'd rather just throw it in the fridge
okay,
and then I'll deal with it the next day.
okay. No, I
More
get you.
especially if it's supper, because my establishment, it's not like I've got a kitchen in my room.
Sure.
Right? So go to the house, the kitchen, I just throw it in the fridge.
Is
and
it
then the
coming
next
from
day-
a lazy place of just uktswafa nje?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we all have one or two things that other people would be finicky about.
For sure, 100%.
But for the most part, yeah. Like shower. I'm thinking of a shower now when you're showering. Those people who come out of the shower and drip water everywhere,
Yeah, nah, sorry.
right? And then even after they've gotten ready, they don't wipe on the floor, whether using a mop or like a rag or whatever. Things like that. The sink or the basin. Yeah, you're brushing your teeth, you're doing whatever you're doing, rinsing your things and whatever. Those people who splash water everywhere. Like, guys, I have a lot of things. I'm sorry. I'm very... That's why I get it.
But I want to know that one thing ne,
About me.
that you believe the next person
Would
be
find
like,
finicky.
I'm sorry, bro. This is it's unacceptable.
I think the fact that I'm so pedantic about a lot of things is that one thing about it.
No, but okay, think about it. We'll see. Maybe even
I'll find out. Maybe
next time.
for the rest.
Or maybe Moocee will post a short video.
Sure.
Or a
Sure, a bit
finally,
later on.
there's that one thing I do which
I'm trying to think. So I have this thing. Okay, I do have this thing.
tell us.
When I'm comfortable at night in the house, I prefer things being here close to me. So my snacks, my remote, my charger, my phone, all these things, right? So when I get home, because it's my comfortable space, sometimes I'm lazy to like change and put things away in the bedroom. Right. So if you were to come to my house very early, you're gonna find like my shirt, like my socks and my shoes in the dining room.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So I don't mind going to fetch like a pair of shorts and another shirt in my room, in my bedroom from my wardrobe, come with it, and then
Leave the pants.
leave these pants and this shirt and my hat and my glasses. Zalala. So I throw them on the couch.
Because if you stayed with someone, buzokubuza ukuthi,
Why
but
ungachintshele kamoreni?
you've already made the trip.
The trip. Why
the
didn't you
bedroom.
do it in the bedroom? So I think that's the one thing
Okay,
for me.
cool,
So I'm like that. So like my shoes, I'll throw them there, and yeah, in the dining room, they'll be here, my socks and everything. So I think that's the one thing. But yeah, if I were to live with someone else, I know it
That's one of the things you would
that
change.
the person,
Yeah.
about myself. So very, very, very interesting stuff. The question is, do you prefer to make your own coffee, tea, or eggs? Because there's a right way to do it. Are you a yay or a naysayer? I would love to hear from you. The red flag versus the green flag is that if someone refuses to drink coffee or tea that you made because it's not how they do it, is it a red flag or just a person who knows what they like? Is it a red or green flag? I would love to hear from you, especially if you are.
What if your niece makes coffee for you?
I'd
Or
appreciate
tea, because you don't drink tea.
or
ne?
coffee. Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
appreciate the gesture.
uncle,
Thank you.
Would you drink it?
No.
Wow.
No, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not gonna spare your feelings because you're a little boy or little girl. I'm sorry. You have to learn. You're gonna have to learn. All right. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is my way of teaching you. But it's a very, very, very cool stuff. So, do you trust other people to make your tea or coffee for you, or do you believe if you want it done right, you have to do it yourself? And what does that say about you? The number to dial to share your voice notes, your thoughts, and everything else in between is 0604933226. That's 0604933226. Comment, like, and subscribe, right? So that you and I, Mr. B, Cats, KK, why do I keep calling you Cats? And the rest of the Vooka Nation and the Vooka team can continue sharing our thoughts, our opinions, and everything else in between. After the break, I think we're going to be hanging out with Phumzile and Regorapetse. And I also want to give you your daily bread, but we'll see if time permits. But with that being said, for the meantime, let's listen to some great music, and we'll see each other right after this.
Said you needed space. Said you needed more time to think. So you went away. But you still would stay in my dream. Now you're back for more. Why you in my reality? My head closed the door. Even though my heart just won't leave. That was then, can't go back. Hurt so bad, had to block out the memory. If we try again, start from scratch. You wanna pick up where we left off, but you've been gone away. You've been gone away so long. Since you've been gone away, you've been gone away so long. I forgot your middle name, I forgot your birthday. You still wear cologne the same, like it in the worst way. You've been gone away. Since you've been gone away, you've been gone away. 50-11 days, 50-11 days, 50-11. I lost count of all of the weeks that you have your way. Wouldn't pick a fight when you'd leave. Now you're back for more. Did you find the healing you seek? Or did you realize that I'm everything that you need? That was there. Go back. Hurt so bad. Had to block out the memory. Yeah. Start from scratch. You wanna pick up where we left off, but you've been gone away. You've been gone away so long. You've been gone. You've been gone. Since you've been gone away. You've been gone away so long. I forgot your middle position? Do we still have chemistry? Since you've been gone away so long.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi, Vanilla.
Hey. Emotional trauma with a prima donna, gasping when she see the commas, laughing to conceal the monsters. I feel like Kanye when he lost his Donda. When my father left me, you were there to heal the pain that conquered. I never pay you back for what that meant to me. Some scars just fade physically, but never leave mentally. It's weird when people spiritually connected turn to enemies, and memories turn to villain origin accessories. And I'm the bad guy yet again. Spent so much time trying to find who the victim is. It's probably both of us, but neither one is giving in. So here we go again, throwing punches at each other's ribs. Gunshots sting like a buckshot. The pain hits deep, it's like my heart becomes a blood clot. Love, not you, you're unblocked. Just to get this message, hope you get it on your bus stop. And then the bus crash, your true intentions unmasked. This should have been a fairy tale ending, but you uncast. I know it hurts bad, but you know you deserve that. We'll never have the life we once had. Hey. Emotional trauma with a prima donna. Hey, yeah. Emotional trauma with you. I got my problems with you, but I can never get away. I wish my brain had a hard drive that I could reset. Wish I made the right decisions, but it's hard to reject. Moving on, but you got me on both sides of the fence. Left your mark forever, that's without a scar on the flesh. Wish that I was sick and didn't hit the bar when we met. And spent my money time with you just to be in this debt. See you happy somewhere else while I've been filled with regret. Try to find someone to blame, but it's just cause and effect. Hey. I thought that was the truth, cause nothing lasts forever, that's except for me and you. Young and unaware of all the shit that we would do. Try to make it out alive, but didn't make it through. Your parents probably hate me, but my mom still always asks if we're getting back together, even though it ended bad. Forward thinking, haunted by the habits of my past. Precious moments with you, girl, you even met my dad. And any girl after you won't ever have the pleasure. So I guess it's part of why it's hard for me to ease the pressure. So many years, so many times I can't remember. Fear I'll lose them all forever. Hey, yeah. Emotional trauma with a prima donna. Yeah. Emotional trauma with you. I got my problems with you, but I can never get away. I can never get away. So I can never get away. So I can never get away.
It's that emotional trauma with a prima donna. Hey, you know, that emotional trauma with a prima donna. The time right about now is 31 minutes after the hour, 9 o'clock.
I'm muted, Vanilla, for now.
On a, of course, we on the background right there. Like I said, 31 minutes after the hour, 9 o'clock on a Thursday morning. What am I saying, right? Episode 221. And this is where we give you a daily dose of positivity that is accompanied by an energetic start to the day. Spending some great quality time with myself, the one and only Moocee, Mr. My name is Moocee, Mr. And I'm still hanging out with you, having a great time. What I want to do is jump on into our YouTube comment section where quite a few comments have come through already, right? A bit earlier on, Tseponkosi, like I mentioned, he said that he prefers that his sister and his mother make his tea. Cats came through saying that, good morning, Mavuga Amantle. It's a blessed day indeed. Shout out to my undergrounders in DBN in Durban. Everyone should be blessed as I am today. Very, very proper stuff, my brother. And then Nzakwe comes through, and Nzakwe says, I don't like dirty notes sitting in my purse. I get rid of them as soon as I can. I see you. I am right there with you, man. I understand where you're coming from. I completely understand where you're coming from. And then Mpanchi comes through, Kat comes back through, and he says, hygiene is overlooked because we're gents and we're men. Should be strong, or whatever these ignorant people say. So he says that, like the thing that I mentioned about, you know, making use of the toilets and stuff, and gents will say, we're men, we should be strong about it. I'm sorry, I don't agree with that. So I get you, Kat. And then he comes back and he says, they see it as feminism, basically, or like it's a feminine thing when you wash your hands and you have sanitizer like I do, right? And I'm sorry, I'm not bothered by those kinds of things. I'm going to continue making use of my sanitizer. Mom Tembi comes through and she says, Mina Moocee, when it comes to laundry, I prefer to do it myself, but is in the family, even my mom. So does she mean that
Mom's prefers to do her own laundry as well.
so your grandmother prefers to do her own laundry? Not even your mother can do, or your aunt can do her laundry.
Maybe Warner, they've got an understanding
Okay.
of how it's supposed to be done.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see. Very interesting stuff. And then she comes back and she says, Yo, Moocee, I like a clean shower also to prevent fungus. Hi, it's tough and it's a tough life out there. I get it.
Yeah, especially if it's shared spaces, right?
I think you and your mom would get along very well, man. Because there's a lot of these things where she's always agreed with me. Like, there's a lot of things. I remember that one time when we spoke about things that you can't share. Remember, like, roll on. And she was agreeing with me with quite a lot of things. So I think, Mom Timmy, you and I, like, I see you seeing me seeing you, man. We're here. In a second, we're going to be hanging out with Regorapetse and Phumzile, which promises to be a very great engagement. Regorapetse is a resilient advocate for women's empowerment and the founder of She Speaks South Africa, a platform born from her own journey of overcoming adversity, including her battle with stage 3 sport. With roots in event coordination at Rosebank College, she now channels her organizational skills into and to Phumzile Dlamini Mnisi, known as Patedi, hey, I see you, is a storyteller. Hey, my things are now, getting against me. She's a storyteller whose life is anchored in heritage, resilience, and transformation. A proud mother of 3, she has built a distinguished career in PR, events, and communications, rebranding organizations and hosting high-profile events across Africa, while also leading conversations with Phumzile. Hashtag the girl next door. Both women embody strength and purpose, using their lived experiences to inspire and empower others to embrace their truth and their utmost potential. Very, very proper stuff.
It's interesting,
man.
yeah.
It is completely.
Can I give a shout out to Phumzile?
Sure.
Right? Because remember when we ran the competition there, Amapelepele?
Okay. Was she one of the winners?
Yeah.
Hey,
Hi,
hey,
Phumzile. How are
hey.
you? So you guys are currently on mute.
Phumzile deserves
Kindly
this.
unmute your mics.
Sure. Phumzile deserves this. Hey, what? She was one of the... Hey, man, shout out. I love that. Let me see. There we go. Hey. Proper stuff. Proper stuff. I love that. Good morning, ladies. How are you guys doing on your end of the... Can you guys hear us? Should I unmute my mic on the side?
Yes.
There we go. Good morning. Can you guys hear us? There we go. So, you can hear me. I can't hear you. So I think you guys, is it Regorapetse? I'm seeing that she's muted. And then, KK, please unmute on your end as well, that side.
No, she'll
There we go. Hey, there we go. I can hear you guys. Hey, nice one. Welcome, guys. I hope you guys are having a great morning thus far.
Yes, we are. Thank you. And thank you for the invites.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Man, I love it. So let's get straight right into it, guys. You guys seem to wear quite a number of hats, right? And you guys have achieved quite a lot. But I want to find out from, I don't know who wants to go first. Should I start with, I'm interested in finding out where Patedi comes from. Is Patedi your other name, or is it like a nickname? Is it something that your friends have given you over the years? How do we get to the name Patedi?
To cut the long story short, so it's my marital surname, but I go by 4 names and almost 4 surnames. So yeah.
That's crazy.
but we'll stick to the marital surname.
Oh, I see. Very, very interesting stuff. So you guys launched a female platform rooted in your own adversity. Take us back to the moment when you really, really knew that your pain had become purpose, and some of the things that you guys individually had gone through, at the time, you saw them as things that would help the next person. How do we get to that? How do you find yourselves forming spaces where women can come, feel safe, and they can share their own journeys and their own stories?
I'll let Reho to start on that one.
Okay. Well, I think for me, it was because of my own cancer journey. So I was diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer in 2017. And then in 2020, it progressed to stage 4. And I also found out I was 3 months pregnant with my now loud and bubbly 5-year-old. So obviously through that time, mental health wasn't great. And also I just didn't necessarily have a proper support system. And I was like, if I don't have a proper support system, how many other women don't have them themselves, you know? Because I mean, I had an oncologist, I had a gynecologist, and I had a cardiologist because I also had heart failure. And all of them were like, we don't know if you're gonna make it, but we can try, we can see how it goes. And I think for me, in terms of when you go with challenges, you don't need somebody that's gonna go, I don't know if you're gonna make it. We're going, okay, let us go. I am here to help you. I'm here to carry your hand. As long as you also believe that you can get out of this, I don't mind taking every step with you. You know, and that's necessarily how She Speaks started. Also, it was something, I think it really is my calling, because it was something that God had really placed on my heart to actually start. Because if you were to tell me I'm going to be doing what I'm doing now 5 years ago, I would be like, no, I'm not about that.
No, I get you. Yeah.
So it's just really something that I'm really passionate about, and also just seeing women really coming together and helping each other.
Very interesting stuff. Very, 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 very unique as well, you know. I think it's a very challenging thing to take your own traumas and some of the not such great experiences that you have gone through as an individual, but to turn them around and make them work for other people, but in a positive way, in an uplifting way. It's not an easy task whatsoever, and not a lot of people are able to do that, you know, because a lot of people are somewhat driven by anger. They are driven by a revenge factor. They are driven by a wanting to get back to that person, or wanting the next person to feel what they felt. And sometimes, like, having gone through cancer, who can you blame when it comes to that? You know, it's a natural thing, Mr. P.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's something that there is, I guess, a cure or something you can take to manage it, right? To handle it slightly better, to minimize the pain. But what can you do? Who are you going to blame? Are you going to want to take revenge on God if you are a believer of God, or whatever the case is, you know? So to take that pain and that trauma and to turn it around and put it out into the universe and into the world and into society in a positive way, I think is a very great deal, man. Yeah,
absolutely. So when it comes to the platform that you have created, She Speaks SA, please tell us more about it. What is the platform, and is it only for certain types of women going through certain ordeals, or is it just for, you know, trauma or anything in between? Could you walk us through what the platform is about?
Sure. So it really we provide a platform for women to heal through self-expression. And then we also spread awareness on how to navigate life with the cancer diagnosis. And then we also spread awareness on holistic healing, because I believe that you need to heal holistically and not just medically, you know. So in that, we really look at different ways on how to help women really navigate life with a cancer diagnosis. Because from my side, I'm trying to change the narrative of cancer equals death, but actually cancer actually equals like more life and life in abundance. Because in my own journey, I found my purpose in terms of what I'm doing now. And I have a new understanding of what life really is, you know. Like, I take everything like seriously, in the sense of I'm content where I am. You know, so that's necessarily what we want to do and what we are doing. We also have the Bold Collective. We look at different ways on how to change the narrative. The Bold Collective is really just celebrating women that are bold and just trying to change the stigma that bold does not equal death. Bold does not equal I've got a death in my family. It's just really a celebration of I choose to not have hair.
No, thanks for that. So in terms of the collaboration with the Phumzile. How did that form, and what's your contribution to this? Because when mentioning about Bold, I'm looking at your pictures. I'm like, okay, so both ladies are. You guys have shaved your head. So what's the collaboration, and how did you get involved in all of this?
Okay, so Phumzile, then on my side, I have a platform called Conversations with Phumzile, the Girl Next Door. Also a platform that gives purpose and other people to talk about their journeys, you know, from all walks of life. Also, it started from also me going through my own pain and wanting to share with somebody else. I think when I realized that the more you talk about anything that you're going through, sharing with somebody else, it doesn't feel as heavy. You don't feel alone. So then I decided the platform will be that platform that will, let's talk about everything. Let's air it out. So Rehu was one of my guests, you know. Firstly, we started at a corporate level where she was invited to talk to me about wellness, you know, at the workplace and all that. And then from that, we just grew closer and her opening up about her journey as well. And for me, I felt that this is the story of hope, of survival, and of no shame, you know, living positively. Because when I saw her, the ball of energy, and I felt like if everybody who's going through such sickness where somebody will say cancer, immediately you think death, and you can see somebody who is so much alive, even when she's in hospital, she still sounds so much alive. So for me, that was one of the things that I definitely want to collaborate so that people can see that you are not your sickness, you are not your bad story, you are not what's happening to you. You are human first. Your being will always be who you are, not your story. But the story can be the power that you share. People can see the difference between you and what you're going through. And definitely, so luckily, yes, when we met, we had bold hair, and we're like, okay, I'm bold, but at first I didn't know. And she shared that, you know what, I have this vision. I want all ladies who are bold, because, you know, I've had stairs in my life, and I'm like, people, when I cut my hair, their DMs were like, are you going through something? Oh, is it the age thing? What's going on? So everybody was asking, like, guys, you can just cut your hair. Yes, it might be a phase, it might be a time, but there were a lot of people, like Rachel will say, people will just stay here instead of talking to me here, you know? And I bought into the vision to say, I know a whole lot more of people who are both, but with different reasons. Now, you know, there's alopecia, people lose hair, you know how chemicals and all that, there's a lot of things that may go on with one person. So if we can all come around and share so that we can, collaborate and show up boldly.
Yeah.
Nice. I like that.
Very.
Show up boldly.
Very.
So the Girl Next Door, awesome initiative. I mean, we've seen your work online. Talking about safe spaces where if there's a woman that's watching right now and they're probably wondering if I join the platform or I go on to the Girl Next Door, is this a safe space for me to talk about what I'm going through? Because there is that thing of, it seems like I'm airing my laundry out there. So how do you tackle the emotional component where it's like, look, it's important for you to, you know, speak out and then also allow yourself to be vulnerable to a certain degree, but also it is a safe space because it's not like we are just, you know, throwing out your laundry out there. So how do you tackle the safe space component when dealing with women that are going through, you know, terminal illnesses?
Yeah. So I think if I start with the name itself, with the hashtag that I'm using, the Girl Next Door, if you know with your neighbor, those are the people that you start sharing almost everything with. Even when you don't have sugar and all that, it's easy to go next door and say, hey, Mikey, I'm going through something, can you help? So I think for me, by the time somebody comes to the platform, they know that they will be speaking to their girl next door, somebody that they can trust. So I provide, in general, with my being, I provide that comfort to say, I can, if you meet me for the first time, you will know my whole history immediately, all the ins and outs, to say it is okay to be vulnerable about who you are and share with somebody else, because the more you do that, the easier it gets. But what I do as well is to make sure that when somebody comes on the platform is ready to talk, and I get to understand what is it first that you want other people to see. And most people, when they come to the platform, when we start talking, they come up and say, you know what, actually the conversation was so healing. I even forgot that there were cameras. I didn't even worry about everybody who was out there. But I needed this for me to say, you are not telling, you are telling your story. You are not telling the public what has happened or like dirty laundry. So I always say, it should be for you first. And I think that starts the first base of, I am ready to share where I'm at. How did I, so people then get their power to say, this is my story and I have a power to tell the story the way I want to tell it, and if it helps somebody out there, then it does. But healing starts with you first.
Yeah.
Like going to therapy, that's the whole reason why if you start telling somebody, share, and somebody listening to you, it begins there. What people do with their stories or anybody's story, it's immaterial, but when you're ready. So for me, I just make sure that when somebody comes on the platform, they know that the power is within themselves.
Yeah.
And there's power. The fact that you want to come to the platform and say, I feel like I want to talk about this is sitting somewhere in me,
it's a powerful
and
step on
somebody
its
else
own.
might be going through. Yes, and it becomes a community of, you know what, you have other people who are going through the same.
Absolutely.
Like you would do it. Yeah.
I love how you mentioned earlier that, when someone is sharing their own journey, it could be anything from being happy to being sad to being traumatized, and everything else in between. But when you're sharing, with someone else, it lightens the load. It lightens the load, and I absolutely advocate for that. I've seen in my own spaces or in my own life, some of the things, because I'm a very closed, private and closed off person. But when I do share with Mr. B, "Hey, man, Mr. B, something like this happened, and I didn't know." Sometimes you just need an ear. You don't even need advice. You just need an ear. But let me take it back to you. I mean, with the number of years that you've spent at Rosebank College, right, in events coordination and things of that nature, how do you think those qualities or those organizational skills that you acquired over the years at the college have contributed to you creating those safe spaces for women, for them to be able to connect and to communicate and to navigate their own journeys? How do you think it contributes when you bring all those women together? Because we come from different backgrounds and different ethnicities, and we speak different languages, and our points of references are very different, right? So how do you create and usher that space for everyone to come in based on some of the skills that you acquired over your years of events management and organization?
So definitely God works in a crazy way, because I'm an introvert. So having to speak to students and people and bringing people together. In the beginning, it was quite daunting, but obviously as the years go on, I was like, okay, no, this is easy, and that really helped me in terms of being able to approach people and say, okay, what do you want to do? Let's talk about it. Like, how do you want an event to happen? Because at Rosebank College, it's students, so you need teenagers, they want the very best.
Yeah, definitely. I can imagine.
Absolutely. So it just really helped me in terms of being able to serve people better, because my love language is service. So it really helped me to be able to give you what you really need, and also even not knowing that you really need it, but be able to also profile people, because I would also have to choose a group of students to actually work with. So obviously would go through those interviews, and I would have to profile to come up with a group of students that will be able to do the event. So it's also helped me be able to take away my issues and take away my challenges, and really just be there for you and go through your challenges. And I think another thing that also helped me was, because at Rosebank College as well, it's a lot of classes, it's a lot of languages. I was able to adapt to whatever's coming my way. So for me, that's the biggest thing that really helped me with being at Rosebank College. And also, just as I said earlier, just be able to serve you in what you need at that time.
Yeah. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Look, I really had wished, when I found out that you guys were going to be hanging out with us, if it were up to me, I would have loved to have you guys in person, man. I think the energy would be just out of this world. I promise you, there's a difference. And I'm sure you guys can also feel it to some degree on some level. That there's a difference between, being technological like this and having, being in the same space and sharing this energy. And God willing, in the very near future, we can have you guys come through in our studio and hang out with us and have a slightly longer engagement. But in closure, because we are left with just 5 minutes before we call it a morning as well on our side, tell us about some of the events that are coming through. I know there is the one that is happening in March. And from all of those, what do you think are some of the things that you want people to take away, especially in all the spaces that you guys are involved in and all, the events that you guys create? I mean, from She Speaks SA and everything else in between. What are some of the things that you guys want people, specifically women, young women out there, to take away, but more also on the event that is coming up in March? And what message do you hope it will give to the women of South Africa?
I think for me, and I also want Phumzile to answer this question, but I think for me, it's really being able to celebrate yourself, even though you're going through challenges, or even though people don't see you in the light that society's supposed to see you in.
Sure.
Because I mean, with me being bold, I had to redefine who I am because of the amount of people that were looking at me going, you're bold, girl, like what's going on, So it's really just women celebrating themselves and loving themselves within the turmoil, within the challenges, within the negative stigmas, and also ultimately changing those stigmas to go, bold is beautiful, and women can wear it as beautiful as we are wearing it, and other women that are in our community. I mean, our women are gorgeous.
100%.
Yeah.
And then just to add, also over and above that, we make sure that we're getting speakers that, sometimes when somebody is healing, going through something, you also want the tools. You don't want to always talk about the concept, but how can you also help yourself if you're feeling this way? We have the dermatologist, we have the stylist, we have a behavioral therapist. So we're bringing other people to say, because we're not saying come bold and show up and all that, but we are also aware that it might be something that somebody's going through something and they might need help. So the events that we're trying to do is to make sure that, yes, we give an opportunity for people to come celebrate themselves, but definitely make sure that when they live different, they live better, they live educated, and they can go home and take the same tools, give it to somebody else so that we can pass on the message and awareness. So definitely all the events that we're working on, we're making sure that there's tools and celebration.
I see you. Very quickly, in the last 30 seconds, I want you guys to give us social handles, phone numbers, emails, and everything else in between. But before we get to that, please tell us about one of the events, or any of the events that are coming up. Where are they taking place? When are they taking place? And how can people get involved? Where do we reach out? Do I buy tickets online? Do I buy them physically? How do I go about it? Please give us all of those things.
So 28 March is happening. So the tickets are online, web ticket. You can buy the tickets there. And then the venue is at Just K, Recho?
It's 25 on Chrysalis. It is in Yakske Park. 450 Rand for a ticket. It includes a light meal, all of our different speakers, and a gift just to, say thank you for coming. And also I think the biggest thing is really just the awareness that we're going to create at that venue, for you to, as Phumzile said, to leave a new person.
100%. And then both on our side, Phumzile Patedi and Regorapetse, we are on all social platforms.
Sure.
And then She Speaks SA and Conversations with the Phumzile, the girl next door. So the information we share on all the platforms that we have.
I love it. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I promise you, Mr. B knows that if it were up to me, we would absolutely be continuing with this conversation, man, if it were up to me. But you know what it says, when you're having fun, time flies, right? And God willing, I think this also speaks to the fact that in the very near future, maybe hopefully, Mr. B, before the event itself, right? Because in that last week, we'll also be gearing up for the Rand show, right? So I think maybe this would be a cool thing if you guys find yourselves being in Joburg and you can make it to Soweto. We would absolutely love for you guys to come in studio, share a bit more about what people can expect from the event taking place at Uskay Park, right? Like you mentioned, on the 28th of March. Yeah, man. So I think it would be great to experience all those kinds of things. But guys, thank you so much. We appreciate it, and we hope that you guys will enjoy the rest of the day. Sure, go for it, Phumzile.
And thank you so much. And just to you know what, sometimes you must name drop.
Sure.
Afri Berry is one of our MC, and she is your girl at Vooka. So
Shout out to Afri Berry. Yeah, shout out.
Afri Berry will be the MC of the day. So
Shout out.
we're
Shout
looking
out.
forward to it.
Shout
So
out.
definitely come through so too.
Lovely stuff. There she is right there behind the camera. Yes, ma'am.
Bold girl.
I love that. I love that. Bold girls to the world. Guys, thank you so much. And we can't wait to find out a whole lot from you. Look, what a way to start the morning. From fighting stage 3 cancer while expecting a miracle to rebranding the continent's biggest names while staying rooted in heritage. You've reminded us that our truth isn't just something we tell. It's something we live. Whether you're finding your voice with She Speaks SA or catching those vibes with hashtag the girl next door, the message is very clear. Your story is your powers. Ladies, thank you so much for waking up with the Vooka Nation and the Vooka family. So from us right here in studio, from the Vooka Nation, from the Vooka team, from myself, the one and only MOOCEE Mist, I've had such an amazing time. I've had a great time hanging out with you, sharing, and of course engaging with each other. You know that the conversation does not end here. It continues on our social platforms using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. That's Vooka Breakfast Show on Facebook and all other social media platforms. But it also continues where the interaction also takes place on our WhatsApp line. Dial the number 060-493-3226. That's 060-493-3226. What I want you to do is I want you to comment, to like, to subscribe, and do the things that are necessary to be done so that you and I and Mr. B and the rest of the Vooka Nation can continue sharing our thoughts, our opinions, and everything else in between. Until tomorrow morning, bright and early, we still continue giving you your daily dose of positivity that is accompanied by an energetic start to the day. Right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show on Thursdays is where vision stretches forward. So until tomorrow morning, at 7 o'clock on the dot, we will see you then. Stay safe, stay warm. If it's too cold out there, stay cool. If it's too warm, rehydrate as much as you can, and we'll see each other tomorrow morning. Mr. P?
Yes, sir. See you guys tomorrow. Stay blessed and keep moving.
Heart beats up and down, I'm in a gambling phase. Going round and round, it's a trampoline stay. Oh, it's like I never run out of breath. And I don't care if we make a mess, it doesn't matter what's coming next. So can we just be bona fide? Girl, you got me waking up confused, lost in time. Every moment tastes like summer, can never get enough. Summer sugar kisses left behind, and I don't wanna fall in love. And let go all inhibitions now, with no intermission. Why are you so goddamn cold? Tell me why, 'cause you know this ain't no love. So can we just be bona fide? Girl, you got me waking up confused, lost in time. Every moment tastes like summer, can never get enough. Summer sugar kisses left behind, and I don't wanna fall in love, just wanna be yours. Don't wanna be your love. Let's keep it on the low, keep it on the low, 'cause you know this ain't no love. I want you to be